What's up, guys? It's your boy EW Lee, aka Corrupt Alpha, back out here another video. And today, guys, I'm gonna be making my Michael Jordan build. Now I made a Sky Pippen build the other day. I really do love that build. I am gonna take that build out, and that's gonna be my main one of my main builds for this year. But this is a Michael Jordan build. Now I could be mistaken, um, but I don't think there is a Jordan build right now. Is this Pistol Pete? A Pistol Pete build. That's kind of cool. I don't think there's a Jordan build as of right now. No, there's not. There's not a Jordan build as of right now inside this game, which is cool. So yeah, but or I mean, it's not cool, but like I don't have a big issue with them not having a Jordan build in the game. Now I do have kind of an issue with Shea being the cover athlete and him not having a build in this game, but that's neither here nor there. And I also have an issue with Ja Morant having an 83 3-point shot. That's not correct. But all right, it's neither here or there either. This is my Michael Jordan build. So of course you can go point guard or you can go shooting guard. For the sake of this video, um, I kind of want to make my Dennis Rodman build at small forward because you can get some attributes cheaper, and there might be a way I can finesse and get more attributes out of it. All right, so I might try to make my Dennis Rodman build at a small forward. You can make him at a power forward, but I might run small forward Dennis Rodman, shooting guard being Pippen, and then point guard being Jordan, because I'm going to give him enough to have a decent pass accuracy on this build for sure. So just for the sake of like how I'm going to do it, let's just run point guard MJ. We're going to go to 217 on the weight, and then the wingspan is going to be 6'10". So yeah. Anyways, that being said, this is the build. So we're gonna go. We're gonna stay on finishing for here, and we're gonna take that driving layup. I forgot this isn't the same controls. We're gonna take the driving layup all the way up to an 80. All right. Now 80 driving layup gives you that silver finish, physical finisher. You're gonna see that pop up once we upgrade our strength, and it also gives you a bunch of good layup packages. And I think that you will be able to do amazing with this. And yeah, also layup mixmaster, you are only able to get it on bronze. Once you get some cap breakers, you could put this up to silver. Me, I'm on par to have 4 cap breakers by like sometime, what, like Tuesday, Monday, something like that. So I'm making this build not knowing like what the +1s, +2s, and the cap breakers will be. But at the end of this season, I should have around 7 cap breakers. All right. So with that being said, these 7 cap breakers that I'm gonna have, I plan on, you know, putting them on my builds, of course. So and I don't play 2K that much. I only have about 30 hours on 2K, maybe about 35 now, maybe even close to 40 now. But point is, the game's been out for what, like a week ish, and a lot of people have like 90 hours and stuff like that on the game. I don't play the game that much, but when I do play it. You know what I'm saying? There's days where I won't play 2K at all, and then there's days where I just won't get off the game. That's the type of player I am. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the type of day I'm having, I guess. Okay. Point is, I'm making this build as if you have 7 cap breakers and are going to get more in the future. So if something doesn't sit exactly right with you, again, you're going to have cap breakers on this build. There's no way you play 2K and not get cap breakers. You're going to have a 93 drive and dunk just to get that, was it Hall of Fame or gold posterizer, whichever one it is. 45 stand dunk to get the good standing dunk packages, and your post control is going to go all the way up to an 80. All right. 80 post control, so you can get that not mid range, that post fade phenom on I think it's silver. All right, onto the shooting. Now again, this is where some of your cap breakers are going to come into play. 86 on the shooting, you go to an 89 to get set shot specialist, and you go to 90 to get post fade phenom on Hall of Fame, but you also have to get 4 more on your post control. So you pick what bullet you take there. Me personally, I plan on getting this up to 89, and then once we get it to there, I can kind of see what I want to fix on this build. And also the build specialization I'm going to put on my shooting. So that's automatic 2 to this already, which put it at 88. Just need a couple more cap breakers. That should be good. All right, 75 3-point shot. You can hit consistently with that. Trust and believe, especially with the high mid range like you do. 73 on the free throw. Your pass accuracy, like I said, you're going to go all the way up to a 76. 76 does give you versatile visionary. And I learned that I have like a 60 pass accuracy right now, right? And at 60 pass I don't think you really get any badges other than diamond, right? At 60 pass ac, I'm able to make some good passes. So with 76, you'll definitely able to make some good passes, right? 75 ball handle, that's where you start seeing the MJ like moves and stuff like that. So that's why I went with that. And the 75 speed with ball, just get lightning launch on silver. All right, isn't going to be the fastest build. Could you go higher on this? Yeah, but you don't get it on gold. So I feel like there's no point in going higher than that right there. Just take all this back down. So yeah, 75 ball handle, 75 speed with ball. We're going to go to our defense here. And our Arturian defense is going to be pretty high, which it's going to be a lot higher than it is on my Sky Pippin build. I, again, have to see how my, what's it called, my Cat Breaker is going to look like. But yeah, perimeter defense is going up to a 88, 88. And same thing with my Scotty Pippen build. You're going to do +3 for Cat Breakers to this to get, I think it's on ball menaced on like gold or something like that, because MJ was, out there harassing people. All right, glove. We want to get gloves, so 79 here. We're going to go with the 74 on the block, so you can get that paint patroller, which will really help on your paint contest. Let's see here. You want to go for offensive rebound. You're going to keep that at a 40. I went 60 just to get rebound chaser, because that is something I would like to have. My speed, I drop it down to an 80. My agility goes all the way up to an 84. My strength, I put all the way up to an 82. And again, more Cat Breakers. I would put this up to a 85, so you can get a movable enforcer on gold. So we're going to count up how many Cat Breakers you're going to need with this build in a second. And then I put my vert to an 80. Now, I did make a couple of mistakes on my first build. I got my close shot all the way up to a 79. So this one doesn't have my close shot up to a 79, so you have a little bit more room here to make do. So I just want to make sure something real quick. Let me go to animation glossary, and let me go down. I got to go to dunks. Let me go down to contact dunks. So the elite contact dunks, 96 driving dunk, which you are going to get, 82 vert. Okay, just want to keep that in mind, 82 vert. And where's the other contact dunks? The elite is 99, and then, okay, so boom. So what we need to do is we need to get 93. At a 96 to 85 vert, you get legend, right? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this right here. Anything else we could add to that would be of use? Not really. So let's just add all to free throw. So boom. Cat Breakers. You would add 3 onto your vertical. So that's 3 plus 2 for your strength, because you want to get that immovable enforcer. 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not including build specialization, 9 or 10. And again, not including your build specialization, 12 or 13. So you're going to need 12 or 13 Cat Breakers for this build to play like Michael Jordan altogether. And I do think that this build is good as it is now. It definitely is, just to get some like badges. That's what you would want. You get shades of Jalen Suggs, Russell Westbrook, and Gilbert Arenas. 2-way mid-post high flyer. All right. And see, it says handles freeze when heat is on. Jumper can't hit the broadside of a barn. So basically it's saying you can't shoot, and you can't dribble that well, right? And it says relentless downhill dunker. Now if we edit this build, all right, and we make this a shooting guard, and we do everything the same, I'm pretty sure you don't have any weaknesses on this build. If I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna, what's it called? I'm gonna reset all this and just put it back to how it was, right? And I think for this build in particular, like, you don't nothing much changes when it comes to the way you make it. Pretty sure the way you make it is the same for all of them. Boom, boom, or between point guard and shooting guard at least. So if you do want to make this at shooting guard, if you really do care about the weaknesses, which I think only you can see your weaknesses, unless like there's a different thing that you can look at to see somebody's weaknesses on their build. I think only you can see your weaknesses. So if it's like bothering you, oh, I got weaknesses on this build, then like, okay, you might want to make it a shooting guard. but I don't think too many players really care too much about what it says their weaknesses are. It's just cool to see that you have none. 74. Like I said, I might be mistaken, but I don't think the build changes too much. It's already looking like it does because I'm not even already at a 95. About to be a 95, yep. 74 here. No 60. Speed is to an 80. 84. Strength of an 82. Vertical of an 80 as well. Actually, we can get a little bit more attributes off this, I think, unless I made a mistake on something. I don't think I did. I think this is like exactly how the build was. Yeah, you can get a couple more attributes. So in that case, I would go 82 vert and go 83 strength. You could go for the sake of cap breakers, we're gonna go 83 strength. You could take this down a couple. Nothing else changes, so just go 74. So same exact build. And I'm almost positive you get like nothing. Like nothing's different. 2-way mid pain score, but then you also get no weaknesses. It says defenders help off freely. What does that even mean? Defenders help off freely. I don't know. You don't get as many strengths on this build, even though it is the same exact build. Literally nothing changed. Not an attribute is misplaced. Actually, you might get more attributes off this build because I think the last build you like didn't get enough strength. So like nothing has really changed here. It says poster wait can happen. Hounds player defensively bucket from mid like it's nothing. But it says defenders help off freely. So whatever that means, if you're scared about that, then I'm sorry. But I would just go. I would go shooting guard or point guard. It really doesn't matter. I think this is the reason why I made a point guard is because this build is dominant with the ball in his hands. Like yes, it could pass. Yes, it could shoot. Yes, it could dunk. To do driving dunks, of course you got to drive to the paint. It's not going to help if you just catch the ball and you're in the post and you got to do a driving dunk from there. This is a ball dominant build, so I'd make this build at point guard no matter what the weaknesses says it is. But yeah, with that being said, I hope that y'all like the build. If y'all do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'm gonna be out with the next one. I'm out. Peace.